Also, we,
I know, I just want to let this YouTube thing start, then we can,
you want to start it?
hold on. Yes, all right, what we're gonna do is this. All right, just letting everyone know, this is being recorded, so anything that can be said can be for at a later date.
Is it being
Yes, but
Beginning of it.
beginning of it.
this?
Yeah, the
Yes.
beginning of it. Hi, today is
June.
Thursday, June 12th. Welcome to the Nominating Committee meeting, Community Board 13. The beginning of this will be open. Once we start discussing personal resumes, cell phone numbers, anything else, it will be closed for executive session. Did you sign in? So we have a few resumes. We have at least one resume that was sent in late. So that person, although we have the thing, that person will have to nominate themselves from the floor at this.
So that's not in this batch, right?
It is.
There you go.
We'll discuss that off camera.
What is it on camera for?
Okay,
Because the open meeting law, but when we get into the personal, because people put cell phone numbers and other information on here that is not required. So that's, and members of this committee should know, this is not just public information. Did I give you, I'll give you one. So the, anyway, there'll be one member, we'll discuss whatever, but we can still accept nominations at this month's meeting from the floor. That they still have to submit a cover letter that they're interested in, a bio, and those will be given out the week before the board meeting election, tentatively September 25th, but that's months from now, so we'll see what crap storm hits the fan that has to move or whatever. Presuming people agree, if that makes sense. I gave everybody a copy of the same stuff procedurally that I read off at the board meeting for how elections run in our community board, and the references to both the bylaws and the Robert's rules for how the rest of that will run. There'll be any other questions, non-resume that we can put on that anybody has?
Yes, I have. I know we as a committee can make a recommendation.
Yes,
But do we have to make a recommendation?
we don't have to
Okay.
make a recommendation, but the requirements, remember our bylaws, the end of our bylaws say, and if it's not addressed, Robert's rules.
Well, but that doesn't mean anything. What I'm asking is, are we mandated to make a recommendation? Or can we simply say, you got 4 good candidates here, let the community board decide?
That can be our recommendation.
Okay,
We can say we have no preference, nobody was like eliminated. So we have these X number of candidates that being qualified, have being dedicated. And so that can be our recommendation. Yes, we're not required to pick only one. And we shouldn't pick only one or two. It can be, others can run. Presuming they've followed all the stuff. Anything else that needs to be public? Okay, we're going to go into executive session.